fighting for the right to vote. The right to vote. It's no place. It's no place that seems safe. That seems safe. So they've been praying for the night to go.
Good morning, world. Good evening, good afternoon, whenever you tune in. Welcome to the Global State of Mind. I'm your host, Garnett, along with JD. First of all, I want to say this episode is sponsored by Black Londons. Our cousin is who you heard in the intro. Don't forget to go to Paul's shit, like his shit up, go to his page. He's on all things P. Smith, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And don't forget, I know I'm a little long with it in this intro, but I want y'all to remember we got a prize this week for this episode. The best comment this week gets the free kids haircut at Black Londons. So don't forget that. JD, how you doing today, cuz?
What's up, guys? It's JD. Welcome to our fifth episode. I think it's our fifth episode. As Garnet just said, you're on the GSM Global State of Mind podcast. It's great to be back. You know what I mean? Today we're going to be talking about a very deep topic that we're going to be sharing with you guys, and it's going to be on what's our topic again?
Black experience.
Yeah, Black experience. So Black experience is the topic for today.
You know, this topic is as you guys can see, for me and JD, it's going to be personal because we're Black men. So we've had the experience, you know what I'm saying, we've had the personal experience of living the life that we're going to speak about, you know what I'm saying? So our experiences, we want to tell y'all first and foremost is we don't believe in racism. We don't believe in racism on this side or on that side, and no side at all. You know what I'm saying? If you're about racism, we're not with you. You feel what I'm saying too? What we want to do is we want to bring you into a vision. We want you to understand what it's like to be Black. You know what I mean? It's stressors that other human beings don't have to go through just from being Black. There's things that we experience in a daily, there's things that we've experienced in our lives that was unnecessary just because we were Black. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And this happened to other people in other places when they're the minority of the thing. So when we say, you know what I'm saying, people of color, we're talking about anybody that's been in a situation where their color has made a difference, you know what I'm saying? And that shouldn't be the case because as human beings, we're all the same.
Yeah.
And it's simple. That's because when we all started migrated from Africa, your culture migrated to what they call the Caucasus Mountains. And you guys didn't have all the sunlight and you guys lost all y'all color. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That don't mean we different.
So what Garnet is basically saying is that we for unity, we're not for the division where it's based on sex, where it's based on complexion or culture or whatever it may be.
Peace and just chicken grease.
For one people and one unity.
You feel me?
All right, we're getting into the topic right now, and we're going to start out with a hot one: police brutality. Right.
Heavy topic.
So exactly. So as y'all probably know, if y'all watch I think it was our second or third episode. I'm fuck the police all the way. Let's get that clear and out of the way. You know what I mean?
But with sensibility, though.
Yeah, exactly. With sensibility, with arguments to back it. It's not coming from an ignorant state of mind or ignorant place. Let's get that clear. So, without having to get back into my past and how I grew up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my first encounter where what you call it, with law enforcement.
First interaction with the law.
Exactly. And also, my first observation rather than interaction, because I was smart. So it was an observation. And then I'll get in a little bit into, my point of views as it stands today. So I grew up in Jamaica, right? And in Jamaica, I know any Jamaican out there, any yardman out there is supposed to know this by now. Shout out all yardman, by the way, one time. As Garnet ripping the cap, you know what I mean?
You already know.
So as all yardman know, and probably experience or observe, when it comes to the law enforcement, especially police.
Hold on, no, JD, let me give them a disclaimer real quick. You have to remember, as JD's saying this, in Jamaica, niggas is cops. It's not no white dudes, it's niggas.
Yeah.
So remember that. It's all niggas. The cops is all niggas, the whole force.
Yeah, so police officers over there really and truly have a extremely toxic relationship with the public the majority of the time, right?
Yeah.
to the point where
It's always a bad
you are
view.
like, huh?
It's always a
Repeat
bad
that?
view.
Exactly. To the point where if you're like, let's say a wanted man, or you know what I mean, you're involved in, you're from a bad community, you're involved in certain things.
Mhm.
Trust me when I tell you that a lot of times the police, like, it wouldn't be a problem for them to out your lights once they see you. You know what I
Easy.
mean? A lot of times we hear stories of, you know, police catching people, putting them on their knees and just finishing them right
Easy.
there,
I
or
mean, when I look a pit in my head, I
bringing them
grew
in
up
the
as
truck,
Jamaican.
carrying them to the bushes and just you
Yeah,
know
and
what I
then
mean,
and let's knock
emptying the
them
clip
off.
and putting a gun on them. And so that was my first encounter, my first observation where the law enforcement is concerned in Jamaica. And remember, as Garnet said, we're talking about black police officers solving black crimes or solving black problems. You know what I
no,
mean?
black police officers committing black crimes.
True. Exactly. That even better. That sounds more lit, more legit.
That's a real thing. You know what he just said in Jamaica when I was growing up and I lived in Jamaica. Listen, what I'm telling you, you feared the police like you feared executioners.
Yep.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
That's what, as a matter of fact, they were more executioners than police.
Yeah, they were judge, jury, and executioner all in one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in
So that was
election
my
season,
first
they'd go crazy.
That was my first observation.
Yeah, mine too.
Now, you know, from Jamaica, you know, thank God I got the opportunity to travel and to open up my eyes and see the world for what it really is and to have different experiences. I've been to Saint Martin, which is a French Caribbean island, French and Dutch Caribbean island, and I'm currently in France. Now, throughout my travels, my observation, it's an unfortunate one, but hasn't changed where law enforcement is concerned. And I'm talking my observation on a global aspect, a worldwide aspect. You understand? You look in the States, you see the same, you know, police brutality when it comes to, you know, law enforcement encounters with black individuals. Here in France is the same thing, you know what I mean? Just like, I think 4 or 5 years ago, it was in 2017, yeah. It had this case in France where there was a search. Well, you know, somebody, a black guy went to the train station and got stopped by 3 white police officers. One thing led to another. The guy got beat by the 3 officers, and then they end up sticking the baton up his ass. You know what I mean? End up in a coma. You know what I mean? So this is just to say that these are situations that we live through everywhere we go. You know what I mean? As black people. You know what I mean? As black people and as minorities, because I'm saying minorities because it's not only black people, but mostly, and we have to admit this, this is something that mostly black people,
it's not even something
men and women
to
have
admit,
to live
bro.
with.
It's facts. It is facts. Numbers. We don't. Exactly. It's not something that, you know what I'm saying, it's not backed by numbers. It's backed by numbers. As black men in the world, we face more stereotypes that keep us in a box or keep us down than any other culture does, bro. It's no ifs, ands about it. For one, when we go certain places, you know what I'm saying, people always, when you hear about black, what's the first thing that pops into most people's mind? Oh, they were slavery, right? It's the most relatable thing to black culture, and most prominent thing that they've made relatable to black culture is slavery, right?
Yeah, true.
So when as a black person, when you approach any other culture, you know what I'm saying, they think, they don't think that way of you. So you had that stigma to overcome. Oh, you guys were slaves, you know what I'm saying? There's a culture, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't enslaved. You guys was just enslaved though. You see what I'm saying? Which causes this bigger whole concept. And then they give the stigma, of us being the stigma of us being criminals. You see what I'm saying? So everywhere we go, we're in most people's minds, we're criminalized before we even are given a chance to find out who we are.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So we deal with so much more because of what we've been through and what we've had to go through to get to where we're at in this point in life. You know what I'm saying? And as a people, we still haven't completely united yet. You know what I'm saying? Which will change all this. When we come together as a people, you got to remember, being black is cool, bro. You know, it's the thing, it's the in thing in places. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember that. Let me tell you something that's crazy. Let me show you how to
there's something special about that melanin.
Listen, bro, I'm telling you, I remember I remember when I was a teenager even in my 20s, bro, white girls couldn't have booties. White girls with booties were considered fat by white dudes.
Yeah.
Black girls used to have the booty. Remember when they came out with fat PH18, pretty hot and tempting?
Just everything just start changing
no, it's
what,
because black is
4 or
cool.
5 years ago.
No, it's because black is cool and everything integrates eventually. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we do eventually integrates.
Eventually, that's the
and
word.
they take it and they try to make it their own. And then you know what they do? They make money off of it. You see what I'm saying?
Let's not get out the topic though, because we still in police brutality.
Yeah, we in police brutality. We still there. Hey, I always link back, bro. I'm gonna connect.
Hey,
I'm gonna connect.
What was your let's say your first encounter in the States with law enforcement, and what has that been like since then? Has it changed? What's your observation?
Yeah. So my first encounter with law in America was in the Army, actually. Yeah. No, it was nope. My first encounter was outside of the Army. I was in Fort Wainwright in Alaska. I was at a club. And I got in a fight and I got arrested by the police. Got taken to jail.
How old were you then?
I'd say about 17 and a half, maybe 18.
All right, cool.
18. Because you remember, I joined the Army when I was 17.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? But for me, it's always been the same thing. It's always been fuck the police since I was a little kid. It's never been anything different. I never knew any other way but fuck the police. The police have always been, as a black man, wrong to me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now that I'm older, I see it differently. You know what I'm saying? I understand the purpose of the police is to intimidate and to cause people that want to think about committing crimes to not think about doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's an intimidation factor. That's what I was going to get to. But you know what I'm saying? Police brutality is just a crazy factor in life, because you got to factor in that they're human beings. And when they hire these people, they hire these people based on the fact that, hey, we believe that you're going to be the best police officer you can be and protect and serve. Because that's the motto, right? To protect and serve. All right. So they out here protecting and serving, but they're human beings and they still got all this hate in their heart. And then they apply this hate towards the power they've been given because of the badge and the gun. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is being black peoples and what has happened to us through our past, we're the ones that get the most of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, true. We get the shit end of the stick when it comes to that, because a white guy pulling over a white guy is a hell of a day. Hey, bud, did you know you were speeding? Well, slow it on down and have a good day and make it home to your wife and our kids. A black guy get pulled over, for no reason, he's worried. That's not fair.
Start sweating.
Come on, bro. And you got license.
Watching the light twice. Hold on. Was that like really green?
Come on, bro. You got LNIs, you got license, you got insurance, all your papers are right. You literally coming from the store for buying milk from your baby, and you still here like, I hope this motherfucker don't kill me. So, you know what I'm saying?
And that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Just the mind frame of that. Just the idea of, thinking that, today we actually live in a world where parents have to sit down their children to speak about how they have to behave when they're in the presence of a police officer. You know what I mean? And I think, despite the fact that that is actually a reality today, moreover, I believe the big issue with the police officers is that they don't realize, or they seem to forget, that they're actually dealing with human beings, real human beings that have one life just like them. You understand?
That power is causing separation. It's caused them to feel above once they put the badge on.
The humanity in the job is supposed, as you said, they're here to serve and protect. And the humanity in their job, it seemed to has just disappeared when it comes to a certain group of people, black people, or probably Latino people in the States.
People of color, period. They treat people of color way worse than they treat. It's just
exactly,
factual, and black men are the worst.
I truly believe that that's a problem from the system, with the system itself, because
from the beginning,
the government really need to, and I'm talking all over the world, they need to revise how they train these officers, because they have to be trained in a way where they understand that, yo, you're dealing with human beings. You know what I mean? Once you take
Never
away
gonna
that
happen,
life, once
cousin.
that life is in danger, there's no coming back from that.
It's never
And
gonna work unless they start
I don't
making
think
robot police.
exactly, exactly. And I don't think that training and how the approach to how they train these officers and how they hire them is correct. They really have to see that over.
Even if they change that factor and they decide to change how they train and how they hire, it will never stop the police violence upon people, upon us. I'll tell you why. Because humans are going to be humans. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
It's just going to happen, bro. If you train 1,000 people the right way, out of that 1,000, you still going to get 2 that want to kill niggas for no reason. Just because they don't like black people.
Well, the difference will be then there would at least be one out of the bunch to put a stop to it and say, yo, to come up and speak. Yo, this shit's wrong. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Contrary to the situation we're having now, where it's like a fraternity. You see them doing wrong, you probably a good cop, but
according to them right now, though, bro. According
you
to
don't
them
say
right
shit,
now,
or you
though,
don't
bro.
do shit. You don't intervene as a police officer, and that
But
makes
listen,
you wrong too.
But if they're
You
not
know that.
intervening now, bro, if they're not intervening now, you think
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
if they're not intervening now, you think if they change the hiring policy and the strategies and how they train them, you think that's going to change how they go in there? The police
I
has
don't know. I'm
always
just
been
hoping.
the police has always been the biggest gang, and they always going to be the biggest gang. That's never going to change. No matter how you train them, no matter how you train, that shit is established. There's certain things that's established in the world. No matter what, that shit ain't going to change, D, unless they make them robots. It's going to be the same thing. Unless they start having robot police, it's going to be the same exact thing. Especially here in America, you know what I'm saying? Where they have so many walls and barriers to break down between white and black people here in America. It's not going to change, bro. What they got to do is they got to make it so that I don't know what they can do for that. Honestly, I don't think training. I don't think no revising, no papers. They have everybody from the old guard has to die, and the new guard has to take up establishment for that to change. For that establishment to be, you can't revise it, bro. It has to be broken down, torn apart, and just thrown away. Dash the whole thing out bush. You see what I'm saying? And start with something new, because that is it's too established. You can't revise that, bro. That's coming from hundreds of years ago when they first started sheriffs in the Wild West and shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
They've been coming up with these rules. You see what I'm saying? And you got to remember how they operate. They don't operate like we do. We have generational breaks. They don't. They pass everything down. Everything they have, they pass down, and they establish it, and they make it bigger and more powerful and more controlling. You see what I'm saying? So there's no revising that. There's no retraining that. You got to break all that down, bust all that bullshit up, and throw that shit the fuck away. Start over. That's how I feel about it, at least.
Well, no, you're probably right. You're probably right.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely can't knock that.
Yeah, because what's the point?
Yeah, well, guys, let's hear your take on, police brutality, on the system that the police officers goes by these days, and what's going on in the world where the law enforcement is concerned.
Don't forget, subscribe,
share, and comment.
Yeah, man.
So now let's get into something, well, a bit similar but different at the same time. Equality, or rather inequality, when it comes to Black people in regards to the economical their economical status, social, or opportunities and stuff like that. Social. Also. So in the States, like Garnet, you're in the States, so I think you would want to speak about that more. But I think there's a go ahead, and then I'll tell you my perspective based on my observations.
Now, for me personally, I don't like the word inequality. I prefer to use equality, because that's what we're being denied. We're being denied equality. I know inequality probably means the exact same thing, but for me, I prefer to use equality. We're being denied equal rights that every human should be afforded. Just the fact that there's applications that still have color choices on there, it just shows that we as humans is fucking on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we as a whole human race not come and put a stop to that? Right, nigga, fuck these applications. Why does it matter what my color is before you hire me?
Yeah, that's true.
It should always be what I can do for the company, how I do my job. Let my job record, let my accolades. That's what you should judge me on. Bring me into the interview, speak to me, see if you feel like I can deliver your message that you want as a company to your customers. Not, oh, he black, we don't want them around here. Oh, he Latino. Oh, just get all the white ones. That's what they do with that, bro. It gives them an ability to separate out. Oh, come on, let's go to the white ones first if we find a qualified white one. But don't forget they have to hire a black person according to the rules that they've made up.
Oh, really?
for equality.
Or what? Integration, either integration or inequality.
Yeah, you gotta have two. Bro, listen how crazy that sounds. The fact that they had to force companies, they had to make a law in the United States of America that you got to have some niggas working for you.
Ain't that some shit?
Bro, I don't understand how that don't blow the regular person's mind. That they had to make a law to tell these motherfuckers, hey, if you don't start hiring these people of color, nigga, we gonna fine you. We gonna let them sue you, my nigga. So start hiring these people of color. So when you go back to the very beginning of it, bro, we've always been a proud people. We've always been a proud culture. I don't like saying people because I believe we all one race. We've always been a proud culture. Her culture's always been proud, you know what I'm saying? We come from kings and queens. It's known that everything comes from Africa. If you don't know that, just go research it, man. The first oldest bone ever in the world is from Africa. Everybody, scientists, everybody, we migrated. We came from Africa.
If you don't know that, you just need some help, bro.
You feel what I'm saying? So we come from a long lineage of kings and queens. You feel what I'm saying to you? So when our history got distorted by slavery and we got separated from that history, and we've been sent, because you know what I'm saying, me and JD are not African. We're Jamaican. We were born and raised in Jamaica. We're of African descent, but we're not African. We're Jamaican men. We were born and raised in Jamaica. You see what I'm saying to you? So Africans have been spread across. We've been spread across the world in so many different ways, and everywhere we go, we've been treated almost the exact same way. Unless you go to places where it's more people of color, then it's a different semblance. But when you go to a place like France, where it's more white, or America, where I'm at, it's more white. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the same equal rights that everybody should have. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta let that out. Don't hesitate next time. That's just
no. I was just making sure I was saying the right thing. I ain't never afraid to let it out. But here's what I'm saying to you. So, and when I say equal rights, people are saying, well, you get to breathe air, you get to walk around free. And I'm talking about simple things like the fact that I shouldn't have an application based on my color. And that for me is the sticking point. If you guys can't see past that, I don't know what to say, cousin. I don't know how equality is in France.
Let me tell you something, cuz it's just been since like the Black Lives Matter movement started.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's since the Black Lives Matter movement. Since in France, I'm talking you. Well, now I'm going to speak about France because I don't know about other European countries, but here in France, it's just now you start seeing Black people like on these reality TV shows, broadcasting these shows on TV and all that. Are you serious? No joke.
No, because we said just no Black Lives Matter. You talk about within the last 5 years, Rasta.
I'm talking in the last 2 years, since like last year.
So 3 years ago, they never have no Black people on the TV.
Until this day, it have like probably 3 or 4 of them on the TV right now.
Do you watch that on the TV?
It's real.
I'm telling you,
that's how far back we are. You
watch that on the TV though. They don't have no Black comment, no Black sportscaster, no Black wingman.
Come on, cuz none. You heard? None.
Oh, yeah, bust up my dreams.
None.
France.
Even these, you see, like in the States, it have some of these fucking what you call it? You know what? Like you would have shit. The thing that Joe Budden and some of them stars, that's being, I forgot the reality TV show. Don't worry about it. Forget it.
I don't watch
reality come back shows
on my youth.
But you have like a lot of Black people in those
recorded.
Basically, huh?
I said I don't watch reality TV because there's no such thing as a reality show. It's recorded.
Don't worry about that. Yeah. So it have like in the States, it have like a whole lot of reality TV shows.
And have, for
a lot of Black personalities.
Yes.
In France, you may see like you may go on the TV and see like a reality TV shows, young reality TV show, and you won't see like one Black guy on the show.
Come on, my youth.
Maximum, like one
yo,
black
you gotta
guy.
stop mash up France to me, no Rasta. You hear
Hey,
me,
I
say?
swear, this is some shit they have
France
to
are
fix.
my country. I love them. You
People
plan to
better
make a
hear
big
this.
trip to France, you know, my youth, and we, you know, my youth. You feel me? I say,
No,
I tell me, say
the fact of
France
the
move
matter
like that,
is,
my youth.
for real, the fact of the matter is, hey, you know what's the difference is? Honestly, the difference is that France is like the States back in the 80s, 90s, where the media don't really cover the racism that goes on here. This shit goes on in the shadows. You know what I mean?
Really?
Of course. There's no like, it's not as explicit as it is in the States. You know what I mean? This shit, trust me, it exists and it happens every day. And we see this every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lacking opportunity, discrimination because of your last name. What's your last name?
Well, your last name have to do it. Oh, but forget the France.
Because in France, they have a lot of Africans.
Legacy and all things, and names actually mean things, and people have standards.
But not only that, in France, you have a lot of Africans, like African people with African name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if you have an African...
Hey, maybe a question for you, my real quick. Sorry for sidebar you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But a lot of African countries speak French.
Yeah. Them niggas still colonized. In a way, they don't call it colonies no more.
Disrespectful.
But hey,
you might have watch it back when you go outside.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I ain't going to get into that. Because I think I got enough problem. I don't need to be a target right now. But hey, some shit goes on in these European countries because on a real talk, a lot of shit goes on and it's under the covers because we don't have enough media coverage like in the States. We don't have a strong enough voice.
Is social media censored in France?
That's the next thing. The black community in these European countries are like silent. We don't have a voice, yo.
Is the social media though censored? Does the government censor the social media? Does the government say what and what cannot be allowed to be posted on your social media in France?
Not that I'm aware of, but I think it's the same policy that goes on for like these are private companies, so it's the same policy that applies. But it's Instagram,
so
Facebook.
Is the black influence big on social media in France? Then, like, is there a big black scene then?
No. There's a lot of, honestly, black people in France and in Europe, I believe, lack in unity. You see how like you would see the black community come out in the States and protest when they feel like something is wrong.
It took a long time for that to start happening again, though.
There is that, exactly. There is that in France, but on a way smaller level. That unity that the black community really should have, you know what I mean, to come out and speak as one people and a force that the government has to reckon with and has to take in consideration when they're passing these laws and things. We don't have that.
I got a question for you, cousin. As a Jamaican person who live in France and you're black, do black people in France act different to you? Like black French people act different to you because you're black Jamaican?
No.
They don't?
I love, well, you see, that's something that gonna get me in a whole different topic. But me personally, as a Jamaican, I love my black people and the love that I got in receipt.
Not how you feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. The love that I got in receipt in return was genuine, and it's the same.
And they feel the same. And no, is that only because, is that only with your friends, or is it a general feeling? Because here in America, when you're black but you're different, you're from a different place, you kind of have a feeling, say, yo, these black men don't really get along with that black man because he's from a different place. Like them separate even by nations in America.
I'm going to be honest. But there's a problem with black Caribbean people and black African people from African descent, direct African descent. Know what I mean?
Africans, Africans, even them are Africans, my youth. You're Jamaican, you're born in Jamaica, you're Jamaican, you're American, you're black, you're American.
I want to get this clear.
African American, you know. I don't believe in that.
No, hold on. I want to get this point clear. That's why I'm trying to straighten it out. I want to get this point clear. Of course, we're all black. We all know that. You understand? We're all from African descent. If you don't know that, well, you're living under a rock. Anyways, that's out of the way. Black people who come from Caribbean islands and black people here in France that come directly from Africa. Parents, you know,
Africans.
They grew in Africa, or they were born in France, but they have African parents.
Then they're French, they're born in France.
Yeah, there's a conflict there, right? There's a conflict there because unfortunately, a lot of our Caribbean people, Black people, refuses or have a conflict with accepting the fact that they're actually from African origins. You know
What
what I
do you
mean?
mean?
They're African
What kind
descendants.
of foolishness is that?
And that, I believe, based on my personal understanding, is because of slavery. You know, these they have on one side of the Black people from the Caribbean islands that are saying, well, these niggas sold us. You know what I mean?
Clearly they did.
Now it's
That's
true.
factual.
It's fact, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the
That's
grudge, I don't even want to call it a grudge. I don't want to give it a name. That conflict that's there, in my belief, is prohibiting us as one people to grow
okay
and to unite.
You
know
know
what I
why
mean?
I asked you that is because as you said in the beginning, you said there's no unity there, but then you say your friend them bond together. But me personally, my experience in my 39 years is in between us, we have more fission sometimes than we have unity, and that causes us as a culture for advance, for not advance as far as we should be as a culture, my youth. They have a feeling something. Everybody, it's like we find out way if put a wedge between ourselves everywhere we go, my youth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Around the world, when it comes to equality, all I'm saying is when we go somewhere, we should have the same exact chance. Yes, there's some. No, we're not saying every Black person is born into poverty or born into a bad household. There are Black people out there that are born into great households that have great parents that raise them up and they become pillars of society. But for the majority of Black people, we tend to start in poverty. We tend to start lower than. We don't tend to start off right there in the middle or tend to start off above. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what we're saying, the reason is because we've been never given the chances way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Our grandparents never got chances. And then those grandparents passed it on to their parents. And then those parents pass it on to their kids. And then it's propelled
the generational wealth that we didn't get the chance to build.
But
so we have to start that shit from ground up.
It's hard when you don't have no legacy. It's hard when you don't have no background. When your background is formed upon inequality, as my cousin says, when your background is formed upon inequality and you have nothing to look back and say, hey, there was a time in my family's legacy when we were ballers, or a time in my family legacy when we were teachers. You know what I'm saying? All you got to look back in is oh, we got to steal cable from the neighbors, or oh, if we don't be inside before the lights come on, we're gonna get shot in the streets. Or you just live in a fucking poor app. There's places
everything that we have behind us is based on struggle. Is based on
not everything. Don't say that. Our history is amazing.
Most. No, I'm talking for most Black people.
Yeah.
That is our legacy.
Yeah.
On an economical basis. It's based on struggle.
Yes.
Based on lack, poverty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's based on violence.
Worldwide. That's what's fucked up. How is it world fucking wide, G?
And hey, that's the crazy thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it.
I don't understand.
There's not one country where there's a different outcome or
not
a different
one Rasta, even the countries where are filled with Black people.
Not one. Exactly. Even the African countries today.
Bro, there's still places in Africa.
There's still families. There's still families that, you know, were able to build these generational wealth. You understand?
Yeah.
But I doubt it's even 1% of the Black community.
No, it's way more than 1%, brother. It's way more than 1%.
You think so?
Yes, I guarantee it. You got to understand.
If you take the African continent alone,
the things that are put on TV for people and social media to soak in have not changed or not pivoted to the point where you're going to start seeing it more. But you got to start seeing society for what it is. We have more Black made movies in the last 2 to 3 years, or maybe 5 years, than we've ever seen. No, I'm telling you.
I'm not talking about the current state. I'm talking about the legacy that was built before us.
Yeah. I thought you said about the wealth. Oh no.
We just get into that money.
Yeah, we're changing. We're changing
that money.
Yeah, we're changing. We're getting to the money, bro. We're getting to the money. It's just that it's going to take a long time for it to trickle down to everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're getting to the money, but we don't have no like for us, we're Smiths. You feel what I'm saying to you? My dad right now is putting a book together for us. A book for a whole entire family history. You feel what I'm saying to you? I'm 39. I don't know my whole family history. That don't give me nothing to root myself into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
True.
we wasn't as strong as we were as people, JD's individuals, you know what I'm saying? We might be
Mhm.
lost in the wind, bro.
Yeah.
Because we don't have much else to root. But when that book is complete and we have a legacy, we have something to look back in, then we can start passing that on to our kids. You know what I'm saying? When you eventually have
True.
kids and my kids that are present, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to create something. And as I'm saying this, I'm telling y'all the same thing. It's something y'all need to do in y'all family too. Find y'all history. Go find
That's
your
important.
history. Yes, go find it. Go dig it up. If you got a grandmother or if you got a great grandmother that's still alive right now, you better go sit in that lady lap and let her tell you everything that
Real
happened.
talk.
Yeah, because your legacy, I know people say, well, they're trying to build a new story, but your new story has to be built on something.
Yeah, you need some roots. You need to have the roots.
You see what I'm
Stronger
saying,
the
family?
roots, the better you are.
Mhm. So with that, you know what I'm saying? We're just asking, we're saying to you, if we have no background to build upon, just that not I'll take that back because I'm proud black. We have tons of background to build upon. But
Mhm.
that disparity in our timeline when we were
Foundation. The
yes,
foundation. We have no
that
foundation.
disparity that fucked up our timeline and we were slaves and shit. It fucked up our
Mhm.
timeline. You know what I'm saying? It left us in a place where we're treated less than just because of.
Yeah.
And fuck y'all for that. People that believe in that. If you believe that any person
Times
is less
two.
than, yeah, times two, pussy. If you believe anybody's less than because of their color, fuck you. And your mother go drink your mother dirty bottle water. You see what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So that's what I think about equality. It's just, and then you know what I'm saying. Let's talk about. Then there's a positive side to it too. You know what I'm saying? Change is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a people, as human beings, we're starting to see a better change, a better, a better understanding of each other because they're forcing inclusivity on everybody. You got to be inclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's forcing people to see things differently. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna show you how still is. I'm gonna show you how race is such a great factor in life. They have Black Twitter, nigga. They got Black Twitter.
Twitter.
And it's actually something that's used, known. What the fuck does it matter if it's Twitter is a black Twitter or a white Twitter now? That's how much we separate ourselves by color, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
So if we think shit is moving, it's moving, but it ain't moving at no pace.
It's at a slow pace.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a nigga that like to go 90. So I want to see change now, but it ain't gonna happen. But I know it's happening, JD. So we're not trying to put no negative spin on shit and make it seem like black
Yeah.
people just going through it all the time. We out here winning too. We winning as black people because
True.
everybody
True.
want to be us. They made a song called "I Want to Be Like Mike." They want to be like us. So you know what I mean? That's how I feel about equality.
That's true.
cousin.
So all my black people, unite, love yourselves, you know what I mean? Accept where you're from, know who you are, and just keep growing, you know what I mean? To all these big ass companies, start showing some successful black men on the TV, you know what I mean? Give the youth something to look up on, to look up and inspire themselves
Props.
too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's important for us. So yeah, give us that chance, yo. Give us that chance.
You know,
And
what's crazy about that? We really need to.
and if you
man.
don't get the chance, guess what? Make that shit.
Yeah. And don't forget to now, remember now, we're all the same. So don't separate yourself. Don't lock yourself in a box and
Yeah.
think because that person is a different color, and make you think differently and don't do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do no matter what color they are. You see me I saying? Don't let that when you have a chance to bite on something or you have a chance to make something out of something, don't let who they are or what they are change your move. Do your move no matter what.
Hey Garnett, what was your first how do I put this? Your first experience of racism?
Black man, you know, so for me,
what was
my youth, I grew up in Jamaica in the 80s, and so I didn't see a lot of white people or interact with white people. You see what I'm saying? Only time you see white people when you're growing up in Jamaica in the 80s was maybe as a tourist or that they take a go in the grill or something and you see them walk by. You see what I'm saying? At the time, you know, really, I had no interaction, you know what I'm saying? Even when I came to America to visit my mom in the summertime, my mom lived in neighborhoods where niggas lived. You know what I'm saying?
Black.
Yeah. So there wasn't I didn't interact. Like she worked for some Italians, and you can't call no Italian white. They're not going for that. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you they Italian. No fucking white person. I'm Italian. So you know what I'm saying? So there's a different structure there, you know what I'm saying? So I never interacted with a white person till I pretty much came to live in America when I was 17 and I joined the army. You know what I'm saying? That's when I experienced my first racism, you know what I mean? So for me, it was double shock because when I joined the army with the intention of being like Chuck Norris, Delta Force.
Word.
You feel me? I wanted to be John Rambo, bro. I want to do all that shit, kill, roll through all that shit. But so for me, it was I actually wanted to be there. You see what I'm saying? Because I wanted to go do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go be all that. So to experience racism there, somewhere that I wanted to be and something that I wanted to do, and I thought when you join like establishments like the military, they make you feel like it's a brotherhood. They make you they integrate that into you. We all one. Yeah. You see what I'm saying to you? And when I got to my first duty station, the first thing my first sergeant said to me was this. He said, look to your left and look to your right, because that man beside you could die for you, or you got to die for him. You got to have everybody's back. We all one in this whole unit. You see what I'm saying? So that's my mentality that I have at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? I remember I didn't have a car at the time because, I was 17. I forgot to my first duty station. So I was walking back from the PX, and I'll never forget the truck. It was a red truck. I don't know what it was. It was just red, that ugly old red metal with a white line on it. And they pulled up on me and they said, hey, you lost, nigger. And just took off. And I never forgot it because I remember the gun was in the back. You feel what I'm saying to you? So for me, it was shocking, G, because
hold on, that was on the military base or that was outside?
Fort Wainwright, Alaska, bro, in Fairbanks. I'll never forget it because when I was walking back, when you walk back to my barracks from the PX, there's a pond here, and then it's a brick, it's a supporting brick right here between the pond and the road. And I'll never forget it because you got to cross this road to get to the other side to walk like another block or two to my unit, bro. And that's the road they caught me. And they came, turned from the left from the PX area, come down the street, then turn left. And I was walking. They came by. You fucking lost, nigger. And drove off. Gun in the window. It still give me shivers right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell you. You just described the whole shit to me, because and you're 39, so come on now.
It traumatized me, bro. It traumatized me because from that moment in my life, I never saw another white person the same way. Yeah, because I didn't grow up with hate in my heart for white people. White people never did nothing to me.
That's Jamaica. The thing when you come from, Caribbean countries like that, you don't know racism.
Yeah, I don't know. Exactly. When I came here, I wasn't walking around talking about
love. Man. We know love.
Yeah, that's it. In my life, there was no man that was holding me back. It was some niggas in Jamaica that was holding me back. You see what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So for me, that changed the structure of my behavior to every fucking white person from then. And that's fucking ignorant of me because I was young. I didn't know better. I couldn't say to myself, hey, that's an individual, not a whole culture. Yeah. You see what I'm saying to you? So from that moment in my life, I was like, fuck them crackers, G. I didn't even fuck white bitches for like a good 10 years. White women, don't come for me, ladies. It's just I'm in my home. White women. I didn't have sex with white women for like 10 years, bro, because I was on some radar shit. You feel me? So it's just how they never understand what it does, bro. Like, it's not just me you're demeaning. You're demeaning yourself because now you look ignorant and stupid to me. Now you look like a beast. Now to me, in my mind, when white men or white people or any person exhibits racism, to me, you look like a beast because you look stupid because you got no sense, bro. You got a brain just like me. You know that man bleed just like you. No different, bro. His blood don't come out pink, purple, yellow. His genetic code is written just like yours, except for structures change that make it different. He don't got no different code written in him. His brain ain't different. His brain ain't made up different from yours. So for me, anytime I see people racist, bro, I feel like you stupid, you ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And then you take away, then the big part, you take away from us as human beings because you never know what you could gain from that person or that person could give you or put to your life. You don't know what plus you're losing because of some ignorant belief that, hey, they're different from me, which makes them less than me.
Yeah, it's just ignorance. It's just ignorance. Yeah. That's all it is. Ignorance.
And so, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. But for you, JD, it has to be different because you went through a different portal than me. You went from Jamaica, then you went to another Caribbean country, and then you ended up in France. You didn't come through the American portal of this fuck shit where they separate. You want to hear, JD, before I go on, let me tell you a crazy thing. American black men still are separated by light skin and dark skin.
Yeah, that's
Let's
some
think
bullshit.
about that shit. Let's
That's some
go ahead.
bullshit.
Yeah, JD. So I'm saying for you, it's a whole different, you know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep it real. You blew my mind about France. I thought France was way, way far ahead in the social
Come on.
thinking, bro.
Think
I did
again.
not know that, bro.
Come on. You ever see a black politician in France? Come on, cuz.
Actually, I
Just look
have.
just look between the
Actually,
lines.
I have.
That's all.
That's
Read
what's
between the
fucking
lines.
me up.
You ain't gotta look far.
That's what's fucking me
Anyway,
up.
so for me, of course, my first encounter of, and I can't call it it is racism,
Yeah.
but I can't say it was an explicit encounter because for me it was in the
Passive aggressive.
no, it was in the unsaid words. You know what I mean?
Yes, it
The
was a
unsaid
passive
action.
aggressive racism.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know what I mean? It was in the look. It was in the action. You know what I mean? The
slight
body, the
shift.
body.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the lean
That's
away.
that's what it was for
Yeah,
me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You could, because I mean somebody don't have to tell you. You know, a white person don't have to tell you. Say, yo, they don't like you.
No, you can
They're
feel it.
black for you to feel it. You can see it.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You know it. You know what I
And
mean?
sometimes it's not real,
And
but it's something that's been passed on to us genetically and through
well,
generations.
you know, the
You see what
thing
I'm
is,
saying?
the thing is, I never encountered that
Yeah,
coming up in the Caribbean islands.
never.
So when I saw it, I didn't know what it was. It was different. It was new.
You thought something was
You know what I
wrong
mean?
with her.
No, something was. I knew something was wrong, but I
Yeah.
quickly understood what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I quickly understood what it was, and that's the first time
that's fucked up.
in my life I
We've
was
been
like,
taught to
shit.
recognize racism.
They have a problem with my because of my complexion.
Mhm.
It's because I'm black. That's the first time it hit me. I was a man by then. You know what I mean? I was what? When I came to France, I was around 19. You know what I mean? I was a man then. And that's when I really realized that's the first time it hit me. Shit, I'm black. And that's a problem here. You know what I mean? And for those who don't know, the average person, this drives you to either do two things. Number one, which is the good thing to do, start asking questions.
Learning.
Understanding where they come from, learning what's the problem here. You know what I mean? That's where that's what happened for me. You know what I mean? I didn't understand it, so I had to know what was going on. So I had white friends. I asked them. You know what I mean? We start conversating, so I could realize that no, this shit is just ignorance. You know what I mean?
Plain blunt, and it's not a culture; it's a person.
Exactly. That's important. But this can also lead to a negative road where you're just like, yo, fuck these niggas.
Exactly.
Fuck them, fuck all of them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then you take away from
as a human being, you're not supposed to be experiencing this sort of discrimination because of skin, yo.
Exactly.
Your mind isn't even programmed that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When a baby is born, they don't know what's white and black. You got to teach them that.
Ooh.
So
let's not go that deep, bro. Don't go to the manufacturer because listen, what I'm telling you, that's too. Yeah, let's not go down that road because
I think so too.
Yeah, we're fucking up our own species, bro. Through the way we rear kids.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. As human beings, we were created to love, to share.
Automatic.
You know what
Everybody
I mean?
wants it.
This racism thing, I mean, destroys us as a human race, as a human being, you understand? And it only shows how ignorant, stupid, and dumb, as Jay-Z says, Dumbo you can be as a human being.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? And because the culture we live in right now, because of the society we live in right now, where no information isn't available to you and everything is put on social media, it's bringing the people that were stuck on this in the middle. You know, those motherfuckers that's like, well, I'm gonna go hang out with my racist friends, but I got like 5 black friends, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them people, it forced them to.
I got black friends, so I'm not racist.
But it forced them to do something with that divide, because now it's all over social media. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you white and you my friend and you hang out with motherfuckers that racist, don't come around me. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So there's no more hiding no more because social media exposes everything. So racism, I believe this is my belief. I don't believe racism will ever go anywhere. Period. For it will always be a factor as long as we're separated by color. Whether it be 1 in a million person that still does it, or whether it be 1 in a trillion person that still does it, racism will always be a factor in life. But I believe because of how the world is moving and progressing technology-wise, society-wise, and economic-wise, there's going to be a point when racism will no longer be something that you see anymore plainly. It's going to be like how you first discovered it, through the flinch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not going to be something that's going to be, or we could go the other route and motherfuckers decide to become KKK clans, and we end up, and you know what I'm saying, we go into this summer pandemic of the Delta virus, and next thing you know, it could go anyway. But I believe that one day, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be something that we don't see as much. It won't be probably in my generation. It's probably going to be in our kids' generation that they see it, you know what I'm saying? But it has to stop, bro. It has to stop somewhere, because it's limiting us. It's limiting us, because you know how many things black men have created. That I'm talking about. It's important. I'm talking about that's important to society now. Like now, that AC, today. That AC in that window. That was a nigga that was like, man, I'm too cool to be hot. And he invented that AC. You feel what I'm saying to you? So the sense of just, we got to figure it out, cousin, as a human, as peoples. But you know what I'm saying? Again, global state of mind. Like, subscribe, share. I'm Garnett. That's JD. We're here once a week, sometimes 2 if we greet. So come back around. JD, before we go out, you know what I'm saying, I want to ask you one big question.
Yeah.
As a black man, what do you think is the biggest step we need to take as black people in order to stop ourselves from being consumed by our past, but instead trying to figure out how to build from it?
First, we have to know how to accept our past for what it is. Acceptance, in my opinion, is the first step. You know what I mean? Because if you don't accept something, that means you're still dealing with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you can't constantly deal with your past if your intention is to grow.
True.
You have to accept it and learn to grow from it. You know what I mean? The second thing is we have to learn how to dream again. A lot of us don't know to dream again. These visions that we're supposed to have, these visions, you know what I mean? I mean, a lot of us grew up like, I want to be a businessman, I want to be an astronaut, I want to,
teacher,
despite your age, you can still dream.
Yeah.
So we have to learn to dream again. These visions, we have to get, come on, bro. We have to get back to these the days we were growing up in school and, dreaming big, dream big. Stick to those visions, you know what I mean? And do everything that you really can do. Everything that's in your powers to achieve, go ahead and achieve it.
Fox in the man. Block.
Yeah, there's no limitation in life. None except death. So for me, that's the 2 steps. That's 2 steps that each of us has to do as an individual, individually. You know what I mean?
I agree with both of those steps, cousin.
And then you can, you know what I mean, learn to unite with your people, learn to, accept others for who they are, because we're all different beings. And you grow as a group. But first work on yourself. I
agree 100%.
Yeah, that's just my team.
As usual, I have 2. I just want to add to it. You see, I said JDs are important, and all of those are important factors. For me, is the breaking of generational curses. I feel is first and foremost. But from that, I feel everything else can stem. You see what I'm saying? Because we've lived a life based on one part of our history, which is fucking crazy. And I'm not talking about Africans. Africans are still living their life in Africa and bringing, you know what I'm saying, as they do what they do. I'm talking about Africans that were taken from Africa and their generations have been spread across the world. Yeah. We're still living our life in one section of history. And that's slavery and the degradation that we were put through slavery. You see what I'm saying?
That's why acceptance is so important.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, those are so important.
Because if you accept it, guess what? It's no longer excuse.
And that's what, as black men, we tend to use our past as excuses for our failures. You feel what I'm saying to you? And
Yeah.
we can't do that because we have to find a way to make sure that the next generation knows who we were,
Mhm.
what we are,
What
and
we
that
wanna do.
we have somewhere we can go. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying to you? So for me, it's breaking the general curses. And the next thing is we need to stop being ignorant, bro. And
Oh
when I
yeah.
say ignorant, I mean like this. Just because you walk into an opportunity and the person that's in front of you is not black, or that person is white, or not a person that a white person. Let's say you walk in there and it's a white person. Don't let your stigmas and what you believe they believe off you stop you
Mhm.
from stomping on that fucking opportunity. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm saying
true.
to you?
True. I like that one.
Yeah, don't let, because a lot of times we go into situations as black people and we
Mhm.
encounter a white person and immediately we say to ourselves, they ain't gonna give me this, or I ain't got
Yeah.
this coming because they white. Don't let that stop you. Shine. Fuck what they thinking, fuck what they've made you think of yourself. Know that you is a
Yep.
king, you is a queen, and motherfucking let's go. Go hard. Big shout out to all the women, black women. I want to shout y'all out. During the pandemic, you guys opened up the most small businesses.
Shout out. Shout out.
Let's go. You feel me? So you already know what it is. Big shout out. And like I said, yo, we're not out here on no racist shit. We on some everybody together, but we just telling you
Empowerment
how
shit.
we telling you how what's our experience of being. You feel me?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's is what it is. Global
That's
state
it.
of mind.
That was episode number 5. Peace out.
Yeah,
Like, share, subscribe, guys. You know what I mean? Don't hesitate to comment in the comment section.
yeah.
And we'll be back with a bomber next time. Don't worry, we got some special coming. You
Mama,
know what I
yo, we have
mean?
something for oh no. Lace up.
So yeah,
And don't forget to know episode was sponsored by Black Londons. Go check out P. Smith. That's her cousin. He's on the music, SoundCloud, Facebook. All this stuff is P. Smith. Support him like
P.
you
Smith
support
Music.
us. Yeah.
All
And thank
over,
you again for all the
platforms.
support. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Global state of mind.
Yo.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
I'm telling you, come witness evolution. You search but you won't find no restitution. Why? Ain't no revolution. Cause it done been a while, still no solutions. Yeah, I'm telling you, come witness evolution. You search but you won't find no restitution. Why? Ain't no revolution. Cause it done been a while, still no solutions. Yeah. Check. Black lives matter. Black made back, stay strapped, I gather. Block cock back, black brain matter. Nigga hold at a shoot back, I'd rather. Tell them what it is, why we live so savage. 21 or 22 guns, no matter. 21 or 22 young, close casket. 100 round drum can't run, so tragic. So average, so baddest. No hope in them, hope floats, dope baggies. Tight rope in them, throat choke, yo patty. Wagging on the way all day, cops bragging. Quota for the day, mo pay, less daddies. Daddy of the day, crime pays your salary. So yearly, I rarely wanna see the day when we raise our families. Raised by auntie, raised by granny. Patty down the way made us raid her pantry. Black female, coattail, uncanny. Had to trade places cause they cased my pappy. Oh man, we so rarely see the light of day, they done caged our daddies. Oh man, we so rarely see the light of day, they done caged our parents. Come witness evolution. You search but you won't find no restitution. Why? Ain't no revolution. Cause it done been a while, still no solutions. Yeah, I'm telling you, come witness evolution. You search but you won't find no restitution. Cause it don't need no while, still no solutions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe it's too late for us to evolve, but baby, it's too late when the coroner calls. On the corner, the crime rate is the current default, and it currently costs more than them coffers, of course. The cop and the cough covers for mothers and morgues. We burying more brothers that's lost to the war. On drugs, but they really some entrepreneurs with no source of monetary for funding it all. And solitary's mandatory confinement in law. It all varies when you carry the burden to forge. Finances enhancing the family support. Slim chances, high chances you cooking up raw. Cause circumstances in these housing development floors ain't no mansions, and we be damned if our daughters are starved. That's what they taught us, they ain't show us no way to explore. So it's time we evolve. I'm telling you, come witness evolution. You search but you won't find no restitution. Why ain't no revolution? Cause it don't need no why, still no solutions. Yeah, yeah.
One suspect.
6 will be en route.
Copy. One suspect so far, male in black clothing. He's